Faded black.
Not me.
All put
we're live.
Right now. I gotta take it
we're
back
live,
together.
you guys.
Oh, changing the belt. Oh.
Wait, what? Yeah, we're live.
It's the R&B Show, the podcast dedicated to prep sports in the USA Today Network, Wisconsin area, and beyond. Featuring Ricardo Arguello.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, eating up all the food.
And Brett Christofferson.
This guy threw at his own kid in a father-son game.
Produced by Jim Rosendick.
The once great chef, now a study in muffishness.
And Trent Tetzloff.
Oh, you can count. Good for you.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
And now, the best dang prep sports duo in Wisconsin. Here's Ricardo and Brett.
Yeah, the R&B Show podcast, and
apparently we were live there.
Hopefully you didn't catch anything before then, but episode
how live were we, Rosie?
A couple seconds.
3 seconds.
I think we might have caught the auto zone. I don't know.
Heard me talking about changing car batteries and putting my dryer back together.
Episode number 12 of our second season here on the R&B Show. It's the only podcast dedicated to high school sports in the Fox Valley area. I'm your co-host, Ricardo Arguello. Sitting alongside with me, as always, is Brett Christofferson. We're both with USA Today Network Wisconsin. Don't forget about Jim Rosendick. We call him Rosie. And Trent Tetzloff, they're here too, making up the fearsome foursome. And we have some new bumpers. Brett, I know where yours is from, obviously, from Major League. Good one.
Rosie picked it for me, actually.
Oh, Rosie did.
Yeah.
And then Trent, I'm unfamiliar with yours. Where's that from?
Happy Gilmore.
Oh, sure. Okay. That's good. I haven't seen that movie in a while, though. But, good picks, guys. That's the kind of stuff we do here. We like to have fun, and we're going to have some fun here as we do our final show before the Thanksgiving break. Here are a couple of the topics on hand here. The WIA football semifinals. We break down the semifinal round and offer predictions on the state final. WIA state football. Me and Brett are heading down to Madison for the finals at Camp Randall, and we'll offer our predictions on the 7 games there that will take place over 2 days. I'll recap the WIA State Boys Volleyball tournament, which Kimberly finished as state runners-up in that one to Germantown. And we preview our roundtable, which we're going to the Green Bay area, Brett.
Yeah,
West appears Josh.
fun.
Is it Josh Blount?
Blunt, I'm thinking.
And Jake Karchinski, the two big guys from West Appear, the Phantoms, making their first appearance ever on the roundtable. Then we unveil our topic for this week's fantasy draft, a perfect Thanksgiving. Perfect Thanksgiving, Brett. You have the first pick, too.
Let me just say this. Give Thanksgiving the respect it deserves. Don't turn on your Christmas lights. Don't decorate your halls. Deck the halls, whatever. Just leave it be until you enjoy Thanksgiving.
Why don't make that one of your picks then?
No.
One of your picks for one of your draft picks for Thanksgiving is leave Christmas out of it. You can make that one of your picks.
Take that one number 1, please.
Yeah. Trent wants you to take that number 1.
Yeah, but I know you love Thanksgiving.
Well, I do love Thanksgiving.
You love Christmas even more.
I love Christmas even more. I love Christmas. I'm glad I listened to Christmas music yesterday.
Stop it.
Fantastic.
It's November 14th.
Right.
We go by some houses, they have their Christmas trees up already.
Dude, have good cheer, man, will ya?
I'll have good cheer after you give Thanksgiving the respect it deserves.
You're not very jolly.
Think of the Pilgrims. Think of the Pilgrims, Ricardo.
I
like the Pilgrims. They're cool. I'm cool with the Pilgrims. Actually, one time I was standing up in a wedding and the groomsmen. We were groomsmen and. Let's just say that the tuxes looked like we were Puritans, like we were pilgrims. I'll have to show you guys a picture sometime. It's pretty hilarious. But R&B Show. Let's get right to brass tacks, gentlemen. WI football semifinals. We have one team advancing from our area, Brett. Unfortunately, the Little Shooters did not do it in Division 4. You picked that one though, but we did. I think we all picked Kimberly, did we not? Oh, no, wait.
No.
I think it was...
me and Trent picked Kimberly.
Yeah.
Brett and Rosie picked Fond du Lac. But we came down what we thought, Brett. It was going to come down to the final couple plays, and it did.
We thought it would come right down to the end. We said it was a coin flip game, and it was a coin flip game, wasn't it? And let me just say this, too. I wish I had guts like Steve Jones.
Yeah.
I don't. And if I was a head coach, I'd be the most conservative guy out there.
I wanted them to go for 2, Brett. I'm
did.
on the video saying so.
I was asking you, why go for 2?
Why
you
go
were
for
you
2?
were ignoring me. But
I wasn't ignoring you.
Why go for 2?
To win the game. That's why you play the game.
I know. And you put everything on that one play.
I'll give you my Herm Edwards. To win the game.
But you put it all on one 2-point conversion. Everything. The whole streak of, you're going for the 6th straight state championship. Everything is on that one
Well, when
single
you're confident with your team, like
Yeah.
Jonesy was,
Yeah.
and look at the play, it was run perfectly to execution.
was-
Not that we didn't think they didn't have it in them, but the nice play drawn up by Jason Mangan, I think it was, one of his assistants, did a great job there of drawing up that play because apparently they used all their 2-point plays in the win over Bayport, Brett.
Right.
They ran that one during practice and they felt comfortable with it, and it was run flawlessly, my friend.
It was, and actually, as Trent was alluded to, and I've seen others mention it too, the old Tim Tebow play, and it was. I should have remembered that when it actually happened. You're just so shocked that Mitch Bartle, the tight end, was that wide open. But credit, it was a great play call. I mean, Bartle was I've watched that play over and over and over again, and I just keep focusing on number 81 coming off the right side of that line. Nobody is on him.
Yeah.
Nobody is on him.
I thought
you and I could have made that catch.
I thought for a second that he moved a little before the snap was snapped. Not that it matters, because unless they call you for it, it's not a penalty unless there's a flag.
You go frame by frame, yeah. Maybe like there's a Brooder film, right? And check it out. But it was
Back
pretty
and to the
in
left.
live action. Yeah, in live action, it was hard to see as from the naked eye. But I'm watching. I'm looking at Hansen, the number 44, the talented linebacker, and Miller, the defensive lineman, and everybody's sort of shaded to the left side of the
because
Kimberly
of the trips
formation,
over there. Right.
or the right side of the Fond du Lac defense. And Bartle sold it. He gets up, he kind of is wide, and it doesn't release immediately off the line. I'd love to know what he was thinking, or just like when he went off and got in the end zone, he's got to be like, man, there is nobody within 5 yards around me. Where is everybody? Where's the defense? This should be harder than this.
Well, it's like he wasn't even like celebrating at first. He was just kind of like standing there, like, did this really happen? It almost seemed like
hold the ball up.
And Starkle too, when he hunches down and then looks like he's going to crash and try to squeeze through because you're spreading out the defense, and then he stands. He had to be like, holy smokes, this guy's wide open.
Well, they had it so spread out. Brett, he actually could have ran it probably in and gotten in that way.
He made the right decision.
But he made the right decision, no doubt. Yeah. But that's how much they had all the attention over to the 3 receivers on the left side. Which, by the way, the play was trips right,
and then
halfback motion, and
Lechner
then
motion left
Auburn.
out of the backfield, or motion right out of the backfield.
Yeah, and I don't know if the Auburn call it flips the play. You know how every play has a flip to it. So, but yeah, it was a great play call, and it ended up sending Kimberly to the state finals for the 6th consecutive season and Fond du Lac. And this is what's going to happen. We'll get to our picks here, Rosie.
Oh no, I'm not.
Kimberly's going to go, and in my opinion, they're going to beat Muskego by a fair margin, and then Fond du Lac is going to left to wonder what might have been.
It's
Again,
true.
3 years in a row, in my opinion, they were the second best team in the state.
And that play almost made it onto national TV.
It almost did. What happened, Rosie?
I don't know. I really don't know. CBS never used it.
I got the email from the guy that I go through to get permission to stream our postseason games, because you have to do that through the WIA once postseason play happens. There's a fee for us to do that. And CBS reached out to him. He reached out to CBS reached out to Ryan McGinnis. Ryan McGinnis reached out to this guy, and then this guy reached out to me. And then I reached out to Ed, our Berthium, our boss.
That's a lot of layers, man.
And I'm wondering, can we use it? And then I asked Rosie, I said, how, all this, I was kind of asking some technical questions, because I was able to download the file, but it was a huge file, the whole game. So I ended up sending them, all they wanted was like the last couple plays and then celebration. So I sent it to them. It was her. And was watching the Packer game in anticipation, saying, all right, our stream's going to be on, and nothing came up. So
First off, you guys
disappointing.
You guys didn't tell me this, and I was very disappointed you guys didn't tell me this. I'm just saying, you guys got to let me in the know here. But apparently they were seeking other film, too, because I know Rodig was saying that they were asking him as well for their...
Well, I'm surprised, because Rodig from Channel 5, the local CBS affiliate, Rosie and I were talking about it. Why wouldn't you just go to them anyway? But I would have thought that they would have even had closer angle of it, because they're on the field. We were up in the press box filming the game.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of footage from the end zone, though, and it's really not
very good.
It's not very good. I mean,
no disrespect to them. It's just you really see the whole play from our angle.
You can only do what you can do. I mean, being in that spot, but you still have 4 other stations trying to get that there, and then they wanted jubilation, and you could see it was perfect how you had the camera angle on it, the touchdown or the 2-point conversion to Bartle, and then you see practically the whole sideline. Well, it was a game. The game was over, and everybody's running over, and I thought, oh, this is pretty good footage, and
Real disappointed with CBS. You know, that's why you watch games on Fox, right?
All right, good stuff. Brett, now don't let it bother you now too much.
I was just saying, hey, we you know, and then to make matters worse, I was painting our upstairs and our the walls going up our stairs, and I'm on a ladder propped against the wall with a plank that spanned the ladder to the top of the steps. So I'm literally, I have my life as hanging in the balance, right? I got this paint can, I'm painting, and I'm on this weird plank, and I'm like one step, and I'm a goner. So I'm going back and forth trying to work with this CBS woman. She's interrupting my painting job.
Yeah.
You'd think for that alone, Ricardo, I would get a little love, or we would get a little love from CBS.
I think you've inhaled too many paint fumes, my friend. I think you just need to calm down.
I was not happy about that.
I don't calm down.
Great lengths to.
Is it lead paint or?
You need to calm down there, Sherwin.
There's the reason I don't watch CBS, I guess.
I had paint all over my hands, but I got it off. But what a game!
What a game! And Kimberly's in, and I don't know if you have the final numbers of our.
It's 40. It's mid to upper 40s. I thought.
Yeah, outstanding. Does that count the Fond du Lac ones too?
It counts. It counts the Appleton Facebook, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, Green Bay Facebook, and then our live stream through our websites.
Well, fantastic. Good numbers.
And wouldn't you say that? I still say that Kimberly Arrowhead game in 2015 in the state finals was the best game I've ever seen from a high school standpoint.
This one's right up there.
This one, I think this one's number 2.
This one's right around. Yeah. This one might be my top 3. Well, I saw the Wrightstown Somerset one where Wrightstown won at the end. That was a final. That one's way up there for me too. But yeah, this one's definitely in my top 5.
Well, I still give Steve Jones credit, but you know he has a good feel obviously for his team and obviously for how that game was going. I think he told you, Ricardo, that Fond du Lac's a good team, obviously, and they were getting things going.
Yep, they were hitting their groove, baby.
You kicked the extra point, and that whole PAT operation's been a little funky the last couple of weeks. It seems like not super clean, and the wind was swirling a little bit. And Steve Jones I think, what did he tell his guys or ask his guys? You want to win the game? Are you ready to win this game?
Their eyes lit up. He said their eyes lit up, and he said, we're going.
I wonder if Steve Jorgensen was surprised. It's like, are you really going to do this? Are you really going for it?
That puts him at such and there's a lot of anxiety there because anytime obviously when they won the toss, they wanted to go on defense right away. So boy, that's tough. That's tough.
What's your take on that in overtime? Do you want to go on defense first? A lot of people kind of, I don't know, there's some people that not called me to task, but said no, you got to go on defense. I was one who said, I think you take the ball first and put the pressure on them if you score the touchdown, because that's what Fond du Lac did. They went right down the field, and then they put the pressure on that Kimberly offense to make some plays. And then they got the false start, so they backed up 5 yards from the 25, so it was 1st and 15. That's a lot of pressure. Sometimes I think, give me the ball. We see it all the time in Packer games. We saw it again on Sunday. Yeah. Packers win the toss. No, we're going to defer. We don't want to have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time starting the game and getting us off to a great start.
Yeah, but what's different though in the high school and college game. Because both get it at the 25. I understand to me, it doesn't matter if I feel like my offense is. I know what you're saying. If I feel my offense is hot and grooving, I want to take the ball right away. Yeah. Put the pressure on the defense. But this wasn't the case, though.
Yeah, it wasn't the case. And again, Steve Jones made the right call. And hey, they scored. But that Kimberly offense was moving the ball too, especially in the passing game. And shout out to Cody Stark. I saw he won the Dave Craig Award, top senior quarterback in the state through WisSports.net. Carter Robinson was a finalist from Appleton North, but Cody Stark, oh boy, did he!
Wow.
I hate to say he came out of nowhere.
He did come out of nowhere.
He came out of nowhere.
According to Jonesy, he had a very average JV year last year. He had his doubts that he could even complete a comeback route. He's told this story to me, and then he also mentioned it on the conference call with the state coach, with the state media. This guy literally did come out of nowhere, Brett, to lead the state, and I don't know if it was passer efficiency or yards maybe, but wow, what a tremendous growth we saw from him, and we saw that right away in week 1, Brett. Just during that game, you mentioned, you saw the growth.
Reminded me very much of Alec Rosner the year before in that opener against Fond du Lac, where Rosner through the course of that week 1 game grew, and it's a credit to
coaching
and fantastic coaching. I think Starkle has 2,700 yards passing, 26 or 8 TDs.
Yeah,
he's got a chance for 3,000 yards if Kimberly with that 3, even 4 receiver set now with Kiefer involved in the mix as well. And they're gonna be tough to stop
with that weather too. That it didn't look like it affected him at all.
No,
those swirling winds. He was completing passes.
I thought the passing game was going to struggle a little bit with that wind, but it was obviously not as windy here as what Little Chute had to face out in the western part of the state. over in Stanley Boyd. By the way, Wendy Reed wondering what year was it when the Makers played in Madison during that heavy snowstorm. It was 2015.
It was 2015.
They beat Arrowhead because in 2016 they beat Franklin. Last year was Sun Prairie. Now this year they take on Muskego.
Okay, Brett. Well, we know Kimberly got in. Sorry about your Little Shooters. Now, you had predicted St. Croix Central to beat Little Shoot. I thought.
No, I said Little Shoot.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
You did?
I picked Little Shoot to win.
Everybody was Little Shoot, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or were you St. Croix?
I think I was St. Croix.
My thing was that defense had to get off the field because of St. Croix Central's power game, and as it turned out, their running attack was dynamite.
You put these two teams in a neutral field in neutral conditions. I think Little Shoot wins that game because Mike Sherry was there. He saw everything. I mean, the wind was knocking down tripods and things like that. Obviously, Little Shoot is a passing offense. Now, their running game is a little better this year. Don't get me wrong. Nothing against my man Van Derzen, but that is a team that can hurt you in the pass, hurt you with the speed in the perimeter. That put the handcuffs on Little Show. I'm not saying it would have been a rout or anything like that. I just think the game would have come out a little different. Now, they did have some fortuitous things happen to them in the first quarter, Brett. Basically, 2 fumbles that led to their 13 points.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, that weather started to play havoc on the offense of Little Shoot.
Yeah, a couple fumbles, like you said. Little Shoot's up 13-zip. We're keeping track of that one from the press box and thinking, wow, look at Little Shoot taking it to St. Croix Central. And Noah Miller, you talk about Cody Stark emerging as a top quarterback. Noah Miller, the same thing. Another kid that I guess sort of came out of nowhere. He hadn't played a quarterback at the high school position. He had the heart issue, so he missed the first 2 years of his high school career, ran cross country instead, got the clearance, was a wide receiver last year, and then was inserted in that quarterback spot and played fantastic football. And another kid who grew throughout the course of the year and was super dangerous with. You had that wide receiver threat with Jacob Lilge and Adam Hippus and Isaiah Bowe as a big tight end, as a big target, and benefiting from that rushing attack as well with Isaac Van Derzen and Bryce Schumacher, the big line. And it's just unfortunate, because it really took I'm guessing a lot of Brian Richkowski's plays negated it with that kind of win. And we started to see that win at Oshkosh. It was making its way across the state. By the end of the game, it was really starting to pick up and swirl and get pretty nasty out there too. So you feel bad for a Little Shoot team because Ricardo, you said it. They were ready. They were built. They had it all. They were and senior dominant too. So many good senior players on that team. But you got to give St. Croix Central credit and that Middle Border Conference credit. Mike Sherry wrote the story about it as a preview coming into last week's game. Northeastern just can't beat those teams from the Middle Border. St. Croix Central, Somerset, Osceola, they've all been kind of through the wars with the teams from the NEC or the Eastern Valley. And at St. Croix Central have a 99-yard drive.
That was killer.
That was a killer. And then I think there you see the confidence from St. Croix Central. They got that running game established. That Larson kid is a big back. Had 200-plus yards. I think St. Croix Central was close to 400 yards rushing. And you wonder if that's where they kind of gained control of the game a little bit and then maybe wore out that Little Shoot defense. But Mustangs still put up points even with a passing game that Mother Nature said was going to make it tough. But credit Little Shoot, 12-1, most victories ever, school history. And like I said, Noah Miller leading the way offensively, did a fantastic job, all those guys. Isaac Van Derzen, Offensive Player of the Year. So good group of kids, and we'll see if they can carry it over into the basketball wrestling seasons.
Well, shout out to Mike Sherry again for making that trip all the way out to Stanley. Did
a nice job.
Did a great job of keeping us
hanging
updated.
out in the O'Connell Lodge.
Yeah, to send.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, he told me the whole story. Yeah,
nobody was there.
Nobody was there. Nobody said anything to him, and
I don't
want to say that that's a sweeping indictment of O'Connell Lodge, but
he needed a place to write, so he walked into the O'Connell Lodge and waited at the front desk for 10 minutes. Nobody showed up, so he just sat down, started to write, and I guess nobody said a word to him. So he's just hanging out in the lobby.
He didn't even go to a McDonald's or something.
Apparently, it was packed. It was packed there with Little Shooters.
Well,
the Little Shooters are hungry.
Be comfy,
But, good run, and I'm going to say St. Croix Central is going to win that D4 game. But I know we're going to get into that.
We're going to do that right now, though, to our picks here for that. And I just lost my little list that I have here. But we're going to start off with D7.
Edgar.
Okay. Blackhawk 12-0 versus Edgar 13-0. Brett picked Edgar. I picked Edgar. Rosie.
Edgar.
I knew you were going to pick Edgar. And how about you,
I'll go
Trent?
Edgar as well.
All right. So we have a sweep. Division 6, Iola Scandinavia versus Racine Lutheran at 1 o'clock. That's Thursday again. Brett says Iola. I pick Iola.
Career rushing leader for the Thunderbirds.
Hittner, that's right. What about you, Rosie?
I'm going to go with Iola.
Okay, and Trent? Come on, listen to this guy. Just because they beat
I'll go
Grantsburg.
Iola.
Just because they beat Grantsburg, don't hold it against them.
That was a close game. Trent was almost right on with that pick.
All right. Well, he almost doesn't win it. All right.
That's true.
Division 5, St. Mary Springs. Brett versus Stratford.
Springs. No,
I say Springs. Rosie?
Oh,
stop it, Rosie. You know it's Springs.
God, I want to say Stratford so bad, but I'm going to say Springs.
Okay. And Trent?
I'll go with Springs.
So we have 3 sweeps so far in the lower divisions. Division 4. Now, here's an interesting one. Racine St. Catherine's with that fantastic quarterback that they have. So dangerous. A little bit, a lot of skilled players there, but a little bit like Little Chute, I guess you could say, in terms of what they have and the skill positions going against St. Croix Central, Brett.
St. Croix Central, because that running attack is going to keep that offense off the field of St.
You know what? I want to pick St. Croix Central, but I'm just throwing a dart out here just to be different. I'm going to go with Racine St. Cat's. I don't know. For no reason at all. I have no logic behind my pick. I'm just going to Racine St. Cat's. So go ahead.
You picked someone out of our area?
Yeah, I did. No, St. Croix Central's not in our area.
True, yeah.
Go ahead, Rosie.
I'm going to go with St. Croix Central.
Okay. Trent?
St. Croix will run it down their throat. Again.
Okay, all right. I have a feeling you guys are going to be right.
I agree with Brett's assessment.
Okay, we're going to the next day, Friday. Here we go. We're going back to our teams here. Catholic Memorial 12-1. This is Friday morning, by the way, 10 o'clock, versus West De Pere. The Phantoms are going to be on our show tonight. Now, listen, Brett, if you don't mind if I pick mine first, because I actually had, before this whole thing started, gone with Catholic Memorial. Now, I think I'm going to switch it to West De Pere, only because that win over Rice Lake really impressed me. No. I'm going to stay with Catholic Memorial. This is why. I don't know. I have my preview coming out. I think it's tomorrow, actually. Do you know that Catholic Memorial, Muskego's in the final. They lost to Catholic Memorial, or Muskego beat Catholic Memorial by 1 point this year. The Division 1 finalist. Okay? That's what they play, and they play in that Classic Gate.
Good league.
It is a very good league. So, I want to pick West De Pere because they are on a roll. Sometimes you go with a hot team. Catholic Memorial just has the resume, man. I don't know. I got to go with Catholic Memorial. Brett?
I'm going with West De Pere. They've been dominant. I think this is one of those years for Coach Batten. Kind of reminds me of those teams from, not that long ago.
2010, 2011.
Yeah, where they were super fantastic. And big Jake Karchinski is going to be hoisting that gold ball at the end of the day.
Hoisting. And for you, Rosie?
I'm going to go with West De Pere.
Okay, Trent?
West De Pere.
Okay, all right. I'm the only outlier. Now I feel like I'm such a jerk. Division 2, Brookfield Central versus Homestead, Jed Kennedy's boys, Brett. Homestead just got past Marshfield. You see that?
Yeah.
That was a close game. But I think Brookfield Central's going to whoop up on Homestead.
I'm going to do that.
Let's hope Jed Kennedy doesn't get into a fight.
Yeah, ouch. Yeah, move on. Move on.
Okay, so two for Brookfield Central. How about you, Rosie?
I'm going to go with Central.
Okay, and Trent?
I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to take Homestead.
Okay, good job, my friend.
Mequon Homestead.
And in the one that we all have our eyes on, Division 1, Kimberly 12-1 versus Muskego 13-0. Brett, your pick?
Well, George Tuttle is back and wants me to pick Muskego because the last 2 weeks I've picked against Kimberly and they've won against Bayport and they beat Fond du Lac. Sorry, George. I know that I want to be on their bulletin board so bad because it's a badge of honor, right? Because I know Steve Jones listens to us, but Coach Jones and that Kimberly staff, they are taking it to this is what's going to happen. It's going to be very similar to the last 2 years. I think it's going to be a kind of a
Kimberly's going to start slow, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Like they did against Franklin 2 years ago and Sun Prairie last year. And you can be like, "What's going on here? Why isn't this? Why aren't they clicking?" And in the second half, they're going to just take off and going to end up winning by a couple scores.
So you pick
Kimberly, 6-time defending state champs.
A tatal. So I'm going with Kimberly as well. So that's 2. How about for you, Rosie?
Well, let's see. For the last 3 weeks, 3 Fridays, I've worn my awesome Milwaukee Bucks socks.
Okay.
And each time Kimberly has won.
And you've washed them in between, please say.
I have.
Okay.
I have. And so when Coach Jones hoists the trophy, I want him to say also, and I want to send out a special thanks to Rosie for wearing his Bucks socks. Not that they need that luck at all.
Maybe a Bucks and 6.
And
it could be, yeah. It's Bucks and 6 makers and with 6.
Maybe some Clorox to clean up them socks. What about you, Trent?
I'm gonna go with Kimberly again.
All right, a sweep.
Why stop?
Okay, we got.
By the way,
sweep.
Coach Jones, you know he's gonna be sporting that visor again.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what the temperature is.
Remember that was a Twitter account, Steve Jones' visor.
It has one tweet. Okay. I looked it up the other day. Sorry, Mr. Tuttle, but I got to go with Kimberly.
Tuttle. All right. So before we move on to our draft, let me quick wrap up the state boys volleyball recap. Kimberly played great. They won in the opening round against Brookfield East. Then they won in the second round against Kenosha Indian Trail. I was there to see that one Saturday morning. And then that moved them to the final against a very good Germantown team. Boy, did they play them great. Those 4 sets were all super close. Or the first 3 anyway, were all super close. I thought they played their hearts out. They left everything on the court. Germantown, sometimes a team is just playing a little better than you at that moment. That's what Germantown was. Kudos to Kimberly. First time there. They're bringing back the hardware, Brett, a runner-up trophy. There wasn't a whole lot of tears or anything like that. I think they realized that they played the best they could. Sometimes you just got to what? As the old adage goes, just tip your cap to the other team.
Well, they're going to have to build another trophy case at Kimberly High School. It's unbelievable what they're...
That's actually going to be my A1 story for, I think, Friday is why is Kimberly so good? I'm just got some quotes from some random folks from around the sports because their girls cross country team went to state, their boys and girls volleyball teams went to state, their football team went to state.
Rowan Ellenberg finished second as a D1 cross country.
Yeah,
runner.
So and their boys soccer team was pretty good.
Boys basketball is supposed to be good.
How was their last year? Their Kimberly, that I don't know.
Okay.
Their track team won it in the spring. Their boys
baseball was in
basketball was at state. Yeah.
Boys basketball has been really good under Lucky.
Girls basketball made the sectional finals.
Wrestling has been pretty solid, I think.
They've had a couple outstanding individual wrestlers.
It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. By the way, Brett, I talked to Steph Hauser. This is also a story I got to do yet. I talked to her a little bit about having the volleyball tournament move from Wisconsin Lutheran College, beautiful venue by the way, up to the Resch Center. So that story's upcoming too. Hopefully this week when I get to it.
That's a good move.
It is a good move. I agree, but I'm just gonna miss Wisconsin Lutheran College. Just a gorgeous setting.
It is nice.
Easy to get to. Mm-hmm. It's right by Mayfair Mall, so I can do some Christmas shopping.
Right.
So, yeah, good stuff. But, okay.
Hey, George gave us a shout-out on Facebook about thanking us for the awesome coverage of this football season.
Thanks for watching, George.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, and it's our pleasure. It's not even like it's work.
George, by the way, we're tipping off our basketball live streams. Ricardo, right after
November
Thanksgiving.
27th.
I think November 27th will be our first game somewhere.
I think I'm sick.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Hey, well, you said that the WIA folks were watching the game.
They were. I did. Steph Hauser was telling me that her and Todd Clark and maybe some of the other WI folks, the Megan, I forgot her last name, but they were all watching it. They couldn't put it on because it was just too loud there in the venue. But she said they were all watching it and just going, really seeing it unfold, especially towards the end. She says they were all just like shocked that they went for 2. And so, yeah, even the WIA is
they like our coverage.
They do like our coverage, and I find that completely ironic. I'm not going to mention anything more about that.
The number of viewers that we get seems to back up that point. It is highly watched content, so we appreciate everybody that supports us.
And if you want the absolute best play-by-play call, you listen to you guys.
That's right.
They should put it on in bars, turn off all the music, and just pump it through the
Brett, I was getting a little
stereo.
too excited. I went back and looked at the Tennyson catch. I was getting a little too wild, man. I apologize to everyone out there.
Was that the long touchdown?
Yeah, the long touchdown where they marked him out. I was getting a little too excited. Rosie's just probably sitting there like his ears are ringing.
Oh, no, that was hilarious.
No, it was good. Even that call at the end, I put it on Facebook. It's genuine. It's excitement. You're into it. And if we would have done it, had Fond du Lac done the same thing. If they would have pulled out the... It's funny because our colleague Jen Zettel put on Twitter that there was some love for us on the Fond du Lac.
And some hate.
Yeah, then the first thing I was like, I want to read what they're saying on Facebook about us. And the first thing I found was somebody said that we suck. So,
nice.
I was like, Jen, are you sure you're reading what I'm reading?
No, they're not necessarily wrong, Brett, but we are excited. We're excitable boys.
I think that's what makes it even more fun to watch is that we watch it as kind of like fans.
We do watch it as fans.
We're not sitting there.
Yeah. We're not
breaking
pros.
down X's and O's.
We don't have our official talking voices.
I think we just get into it and we're watching it with you guys and watching it unfold. So it's a lot of fun.
It's like watching with a couple of dumb guys in a bar. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Well, I think we're a little bit more intelligent than
All right. We drink wine.
All right.
Our roundtable tonight, by the way, Wes Pierce, Josh Blunt, and Jake Karchinski. Please watch that tonight at 7 o'clock. Guys are excited to be on, and Coach Batten, thank you so much for allowing me access to the kids. It's a big week for them, so I appreciate them coming down from De Pere, which, that's not too far of a drive. It's 20-25 minutes.
Easy drive.
Yeah, so appreciate them. I can't wait to talk to them because going to ask them about the Bay Conference and also their return to the state championship round. It's exciting because that's a proud program, a program that's had so much success.
It's nice to branch into the Green Bay market.
It is. We will. Eventually, little by little, it's going to be more of a common thing. Let's go to our fantasy draft, and it is... By the way, Rosie, you're going to have to get some bumper music for that, some fantasy draft bumper music.
I'll find something here.
But it's going to be... I'm picking the topic. And I'm debating whether I just pick the topic every week now, Brett. Because this is why. Because I like having you guys I like playing God. I like having you guys giving your selections and I decide.
That's not fair.
It is fair. It's my thing, so I decide what it's going to be. I'm still debating
it's just because you're mad because you haven't won.
Well, that's part of it. But that doesn't matter. You should be happy then, Brett. You're in the lead right now. So a perfect Thanksgiving.
Rosie is.
Rosie has 2. I have 2.
You guys are tied. Okay. Well, technically, you're still in the lead.
Think
it's like the Packers are tied for the sack lead, Brett. You guys always say that, even though they're tied with 4 other teams.
I want to rotate it.
Here, let me see if I can play some music.
Oh, here we go.
Fantasy
okay.
Oh, it's the wrong one.
Nope, I don't like that one.
It's the wrong one.
Nope, that's not
it.
Nope. Forget it. You work on that during the week, Brett or Rosie.
All right.
We'll do it in 2 weeks when we're back.
Yeah, in 2 weeks when we're back. Okay, here's the draft. A perfect Thanksgiving. That could be anything. Food, atmosphere, outside stuff like the football, like perhaps particular films that get you in the mood. Things like that. What makes up your perfect Thanksgiving? You have to draft 4 items. We're going to start with Brett because he started our initial one. We're back to him now drafting. So, Brett, you have the first pick, my friend. Pick wisely.
Pick wisely. Well, this is, I think, one of the top seeds, but you can't go wrong with a game of touch football, flag football, even tackle football with the family outside. It's a crisp autumn day. It is. Football's on TV, but you got to get out that pickup football game.
Football. Okay, yes. Good one. Good pick. Okay, Rosie, you're next.
Oh, I'm a traditional guy, so I got to have...
Football's not traditional?
The turkey.
Okay.
I got to have the turkey.
Turkey. Well, we always include the gravy, too, with it, so turkey and gravy.
Turkey, gravy, everything original. Not original, but traditional. The mashed potatoes.
No. The mashed potatoes, that's an extra. You're not talking about the meal. You got to add in on that stuff because some people don't like mashed potatoes. Some people don't like stuffing. So
some people.
Some people, for whatever reason, don't like cornbread. All right, here we go. Trent, you get 2 picks, my friend.
Okay, my first one is the pie.
Okay, now we're talking. Oh. All right. Well, wait. What kind of pie?
Pumpkin pie.
Okay. Pumpkin pie. So or pies in general, but leading with pumpkin. Is that what you want?
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think we should split
We should just include all pies.
I would say all pies. But
I think apple pie and pumpkin pie are like the 2 most common.
I think
pecan too.
Pecan,
yes.
Pecan
You're right.
pie's good too.
Okay. Yeah, pecan's all right.
So we'll just do pie.
Yeah, so you have another pick.
Okay, I would have taken this first normally, but with how the NFL has gone lately, it's not my first pick anymore. I'll go with just the football in general, watching football and NFL.
Yeah. Are college games on Thursday as well? On Thanksgiving?
Might be.
I thought they usually have a game on as well. Maybe I'm wrong.
They might, but
I know it's on for Christmas. I know that. Yeah. Okay, so NFL football we'll just put. Now it's back to Rosie.
See, another perfect Thanksgiving is around family.
Okay.
I like family.
Familia. All right. I like it. Good pick. All right. Brett, you have 2, my friend.
Well, the first one, I think you're going to appreciate this, Ricardo, but I am a huge fan of stuffing with gravy.
Okay.
You got to have... in fact, when it comes to
stuffing.
Thanksgiving dinner, I dig the sides way more than I dig the turkey. Oh, yeah.
Really?
The green bean.
Now, hold on a minute. Does your beautiful wife does she make the actual stuffing, or is it like out of the box?
No. Well, no. This is what we do now. Is we used to go to my grandma's and grandpa's in Valders, not Valders.
Valders.
She made the big meal. Unfortunately, they got older and now they've since passed away. So as they got older, we started going to restaurants. And,
okay, nothing wrong with that.
So we're gonna be in the Shiocton area.
My family did that one year, and there's a lot. We roll large in terms of how many people in my family.
Yeah,
we did that one time. Yeah,
probably sometimes a smart move when you got a big family because there's so much food. But
and the cleanup, you don't have to worry about the cleanup. That's the best thing. Yeah. All right, so Brett says stuff. You have one more pick, my friend.
One more pick, Ricardo. I'm just going to say it. I know I'm not going to win this because he's not going to let me win 3 in a row, but it's tradition in my house. Every Thanksgiving morning, we watch Rudy.
Okay.
There you go.
And I tell you guys, I cry every time at the end.
When he gets hoisted up, or when he gets the sack.
When he gets the sack.
That disqualifies you immediately.
I know it does, but it's
the crying part of it. Okay, Rosie?
I have to go with we do a family thing. We have a foosball tournament.
Oh, okay, interesting. So like games, like things like that. Okay, no, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Trent, you got 2 family.
I don't know if you count this as a tradition, but for me, it's that afternoon nap, that hibernation.
That's a good one.
Love it.
Yeah, you kind of look for any place to sleep too, man. All right,
that's a good one.
That is a great one. Good job, Trent. Nap time. All right. And you have one more, my friend, to close it out for you.
Did anyone say the mashed potatoes?
No.
No.
I thought about it.
Save the best for last, you guys.
No.
Go with mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah.
See, I thought it would just be like traditional sides and, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, all that stuff together. I didn't know they're all separate.
Some people
things.
might not like mashed
people don't
potatoes.
like certain
I know.
ones. Yeah.
I know. Some people try all this whack stuff for Thanksgiving.
The cranberry steamed pudding is a big
What?
You never heard of that?
Or they use apricot something. I'm like,
I'm not a big
what?
cranberry fan.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
they're okay, but I don't like cranberry sauce.
I like
Don't tell that
I like
Wisconsin
cranberry juice
Rapids
once in a
guy
while.
over here.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
okay.
Cranberries every time.
Okay, so Rosie, your pick.
My pick. Well, this is one of my traditions: planes, trains, and automobiles. The movie.
I like them.
I,
Those aren't pillows.
Those aren't pillows. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, that movie far better than Rudy.
Stop it.
Wow.
It's not even close. Oh, come on.
Are you kidding me? I'm watching a
Rudy's
football
so
movie.
lame.
Hey, watch
It's
it. This
not.
guy
It's one of
threw
the
his
great
kid in a
movies.
father-son game.
I always know him as Samwise. All right, and with the final pick, Brett.
Wow. I thought, you mentioned, I'm not going to pick it, but homemade whipped cream on pumpkin pie I thought about, but I'm going to mix that with your pumpkin pie because homemade whipped cream is a big deal. But I've got to go with, and this is tradition with the Christofferson family, is we always exchange Hughes chocolates, boxes of Hughes chocolates from Oshkosh. Great little store in Oshkosh right
I've
near
been there.
on Doty.
I just recently bought my girlfriend a box. I love
Did you
the
go in the
place.
basement and pick
Yes.
it out? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a cool place.
And I like sometimes for Christmas they have them already wrapped up and stuff for you.
Yeah, and
so it takes one less thing that you got to do.
The thing that sucks when you go into Hughes is I want to look around the basement because wow, this is an old house, an old little basement, and they get you in and out. And you can't because there's a line out the driveway, but you can smell the chocolate in the air when you get out there. So we always look forward to digging into that box of Hughes chocolates.
Well, okay, well here goes. Look, like Brett. First off, that saved you from utter embarrassment.
What?
Yeah, because first off, I like to play football thing. That's cool with me. I hate stuffing.
Oh, whatever.
I cannot stand stuffing. Disgusting.
You're an idiot.
Disgusting. And Rudy, not a fan of the movie.
You're an idiot again.
But Hughes chocolate is probably your best of the 4 picks, and that happened to be your 4th pick because Hughes chocolate is godly. I
can't wait till
agree with you on that.
I'm the boss.
No, you're not, because I'm running the show now. All right. So anyway, and here's the thing. Now it's really close between Rosie and Trent, but I will tell you this.
So you're saying I finished third?
Yes, you're
Whatever.
third, my friend, and you're third by a mile.
That was predetermined. Going
no,
in.
wasn't. You're
That was
third by a
predetermined
mile.
going
No,
in.
wasn't.
Can you name what ours were again?
Yes. Okay. Here we go. Rosie's is turkey and gravy, family games, and I think what was the one that you said that you guys
Foosball.
Foosball, the family games, and then I can't even read my writing here.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the movie, and then Trent's was pies in general, NFL football, nap time, mashed potatoes. That is really close, guys. That is really super close. Those are both great lists.
Not as good as mine.
But
third place.
First off, you guys forgot what would have been what was going to be my number 1 pick. Can you believe it?
that?
Can you guess
I
what that
can't.
number 1 pick would have been?
Is it? Can you give us a hint?
It's associated with Thanksgiving.
The watching the parade on TV.
Oh no, but that would have been a good one. I didn't even think of that. Holy mackerel!
Sometimes we do watch that.
Yeah,
too.
you know what? That would actually would have jettisoned one of you guys up if you would have picked. I didn't even think about that.
I thought about that just now.
Would it be a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving?
No, but that's also another good pick.
Dang it, we should.
Those are great picks now that I'm thinking about it. So our picks that didn't make it are better than some of yours. No offense. No, Black Friday.
That eliminates you immediately.
No, it does. Well, I'm
Yes.
not the one. I'm not the one.
I'm the boss. You're eliminated.
Nope. So there we go. So Trent, unfortunately, you lost by a hair.
Oh,
I got to go with first off, Rosie.
Wow.
I love the turkey and the gravy. Stop that up with a biscuit. Delicious.
Darn right.
Family. My family is very. We're very close. We're very matriarchal. So everything kind of revolves around my mom and the females. They're kind of like the queens in the family, and everything revolves around my family because that's how Latin folks go. The family games. Another thing that our family does is we play a lot of family games.
Okay.
We'll have a game night or two during that stretch.
All right.
So Rosie, I'm with you on that. And then Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is one of my favorite comedies from the 80s. So I have to go with that. But boy, Trent, you almost had me with nap time.
I thought I mopped the floor.
You almost had me with nap time because everyone takes the nap.
I thought Trent
Right
should have
after.
won it. I'm sorry, Rose, but
right.
Trent deserved it.
Well, see, if now Trent, if you had said NFL football, specifically the Chicago Bears,
oh, please.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
then you
I
might
wasn't
have
gonna
had
lie.
me. You might have had
The
me.
Bears are playing on Thanksgiving
They
this
are.
year, and they're going to lose.
Who did they play? The
Who did they
Lions?
play?
I think it's Detroit.
They
right?
play Detroit.
Wow,
Yes,
who's
they do.
Dallas play?
Oh, I have no idea.
Who cares?
And then there's the Thursday night game as well.
But what do you mean Rosie's shouldn't have been number 1? Turkey and gravy, family, family games.
So
and then
that's
planes,
the
trains,
same
and
thing.
automobiles.
Family and family games.
No, it's not.
It's all
You
the
get-
same thing.
I have.
No.
Tell me that there's some families that don't play family
I also
games.
think the mashed potatoes outweigh the turkey and gravy.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I'm
with you. I think-
Now
You
you
gotta mix them together.
Now you're done.
You mix everything together with
Trent
It is just goulash.
Trent won it when he said the nap. I thought that was good. That won
Nap
it.
was good.
That locked it for me.
I said it was close. I said you lost by a hair.
It was
And
close.
I'm telling you
if you
guys-
would have said Charlie Brown Thanksgiving
Yeah,
or
that's true.
something else.
Now, Brett, if you had said Charlie
Macy's
Brown Thanksgiving
Parade.
instead of Rudy, you would have had me.
Charlie Brown Thanksgiving doesn't happen on Thanksgiving.
But they show it. You can watch it.
No, on Thanksgiving they usually.
Well, they have it on
It's
Blu-ray.
called-
I'm surprised that a
DVD.
Charlie Brown Christmas isn't playing
It's
already.
called DVR.
Isn't Rudolph and Frosty going to be
No,
on
that
like
was
any day now?
that was a little bit before Halloween they played.
Goodness
so you
If
gracious.
I would have
I-
said
I-
Christmas music, would I have won?
Yes.
Oh
that is because right after
Yeah, it
right after
is.
the meal you can play.
no, you
Christmas
give that
music.
holiday what it deserves, and it deserves respect.
No.
When
I'm
you wake up
surprised
from your
stores don't
nap,
have,
you can play
Brett,
Christmas
look, you had
Valentine's
some.
Day
You had
stuff
two
out.
good picks. You had plain football, which is awesome, and the Hughes chocolates, which is fantastic. I agree with you.
There's 3-on-1 right now. If you don't let us all rotate, there will be a revolt. You're going to be doing the show by yourself.
We'll see. I'm debating it. I'm debating it right now.
By the way,
Ooh, we have a
Who
little
has
bit of
it?
drama.
Who has it? Brett has it.
Brett would have it next, and then you, and then
next time.
Trent.
Okay.
Julie
We'll see.
Detchen says, of course, we watch and listen to you. Love high school sports coverage. Ditto what George said, and also a shout out to those awesome photographers that
Yes.
you
Thank
have
you,
too.
Julie.
We are spoiled in the valley with all the coverage.
Thank you so much, Julie. We appreciate those kind words. So,
Very kind.
for
Thank
everyone,
you.
have a great holiday. Don't forget to hang out with your family. Have that turkey and gravy, Trent.
And we're not here next week, right?
And we're not here next week. We're taking a week off. So, everyone, please enjoy your time off. Please enjoy your time with your families and watching Rudy. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yep.
And the Chicago Bears improved to
Charlie Brown
7-3
Christmas, the Macy's Parade
Thursday morning.
And don't get hurt playing those family football games.
Absolutely. We'll see you back here in a couple of weeks for another edition of the R&B Show. See ya.
Here we go. Oh,
Wow!
I hit
I got
Trent.
Trent right now.